Assalamu alaikum. I welcome again. This is Dr. Usman Alauddin, and I continue the lecture from where I left last time. Let's have a quick recap. In the last lecture, we learned about the pure substance. Then we learned about the phase change process. We learned the compressed liquid, saturated vapor, superheated vapor, and the saturated liquid vapor mixture. We also learned about the T saturation, critical point, triple point, and some other definitions. And then mainly at the end of the lecture, we started learning the property tables, and we learned that there are different property tables available. For example, we have table A7 for compressed liquid, and we can also use the approximation. We can approximate compressed liquid with saturated liquid. Then we will use table A4. We have table A6 for superheated vapor, and then we have table A4 and A5. A4 is used when temperature is given, and when table A5 is used when pressure is given. And table A4 and A5 are used for saturated liquid, saturated vapor, and saturated liquid vapor mixture. And we also define quality for the saturated liquid vapor mixture, because we do not know the proportion of liquid and vapor. Then and we also learned about the criteria, that because we will not know that what is the state. So we learned a criteria, and today we will use this criteria in the today's lecture, and we will solve some numerical. So this is the lecture learning outcome today's lecture. The learning outcome is to learn how to use thermodynamic property tables by problem based learning. So with the help of problem based learning, we will learn that how can we use the property tables. And it's a very important thing in the thermodynamics. If you learn this thing, then your life will be much easier later on. Okay, so let's come to the first numerical. This is 361 of book Sengel, 5th edition. And the question I read: determine the specific volume, internal energy, and enthalpy of compressed liquid water at 100 degrees Celsius and 15 megapascal using the saturated liquid approximation, and compare these values to the ones obtained from the compressed liquid table. This is a simple question, and student, try to focus that um, the simplest thing, the easiest thing would be that when the state is given, like in this numerical, the easy thing is that the state is given. So when the state is given, then you know which table you are going to use. But later on we will learn that when the state is not given, then you have to do some preliminary testing to find the state of the system. But in this question, it is easy, that state is given. It is written that this is compressed liquid water. So now what they are trying to do, that they are saying you that you should use um, the proper compressed liquid table, and then you should also use the approximation, and then see how much is the error. So let's do it. Step 1, the approximation is: at the given temperature, compressed liquid can be approximated as saturated liquid at given temperature. Thus, using table A4 at T 100 degrees Celsius, temperature is given, so you will use table A4, not A5. Please note, in the approximation you will always use table A4 for compressed liquid, and you read the properties F, VF, UF, and HF. So I have put a screenshot of table A4. I have provided you the property tables. The property tables are uploaded to the Google Classroom. You can download from there, and they are also uploaded at the WhatsApp group, so you can get it from there. So this is table A4 at page number 772. So what you have to do, it's very simple. You go at 100 degrees Celsius, and draw a line with the help of a scale, and then you note the values. So Vf is, I have written here as well, V is equal to Vf 0.001043, U is equal to Uf, this one 419.06, and Hf is 419.17. Please note that you will not read the properties G, Vg, Ug and Hg are wrong. You have to read F properties, because F properties are normally for saturated liquid. So you are approximating compressed liquid with saturated liquid. So these are the values. Okay, in step 2. In step 2, let's use the proper table. Now we determine the properties again using the compressed liquid table, table A7 at 100 degrees Celsius and 15 megapascal. So this is the screenshot of table A7, page number 780, and you can see that the table A7 is a very short table. So there are very limited number of values available in the compressed liquid table. So it starts from 5 megapascal. So there is no 4 megapascal, 1 megapascal, 0.1 megapascal. So it starts with 5 megapascal. So 15 megapascal is here, and 15, and then you at 100, so you make a cross. So 15 and 100, this is the volume, this is the U, and this is the H. So volume is 0.0010361, and U is 414.85, 430.39 is the H. So these are the exact values from the compressed liquid table. Okay, so now if we want to check how much is the error, so the error can be calculated. You know this formula from the previous study, that the error can be determined by exact value minus approximated value divided by exact value, take mod of it, so that the answer should always be positive, and multiply by 100. So let's find the percentage error for volume. So if the exact value is this one, the values from table A7 are the exact values. So in case of volume, this is 0.001036, and the values from table A4 are the approximated values, 0.001043. So 0.001043, and you get the answer 0.67%. The error is less than 1%. Similarly, you can find the percentage error for U and H. So percentage error for U is 1%, and percentage error for H is about 2.6%. So you can see that the error is very small. 2%, 3% is a very manageable error. So in this numerical, you have learned that if the values are available in the compressed liquid table, then you can use the compressed liquid table. But if the values are not available, then you can use this approximation. So this is the result of this numerical. Okay, so now how to choose the right table. So like in the previous numerical, we have learned that when the state is given, it's very easy. When the state is not given, we have to do some preliminary test. So what is this preliminary test? For example, let's for example suppose that if pressure and specific volume are given in a numerical, in a problem, pressure and specific volume are specified. So you can use this procedure. So since pressure is given, so then you can use table A5. If you remember, table A5 is against pressure and table A4 is against temperature. If it was temperature given, then you would have used the table A4. So but now pressure and specific volume are given, so you can go to table A5, and then you can read the Vf and Vg values, and then you can compare the Vf and Vg values with the specific volume value which is given. One specific volume is given, and Vf and Vg you have determined from the table. Now you have to make a comparison. If your V is the, let's suppose V is the given volume which is given in the numerical. If V is less than Vf, it means that you are at the left of the dome. It means it is the compressed liquid. And if V, the given volume, is greater than V but less than Vg, it means you are in between the dome. Okay, so in between the dome is the saturated liquid vapor mixture, and if volume is greater than Vg, then it means you are on the right side of the dome, and on the right side of the dome is superheated vapor. So in first case, when volume is less than Vf, on the left hand side of the dome, this is compressed liquid, and for the compressed liquid you have already learned that we can use either table A7 or table A4. If if volume is greater than Vf but less than Vg is a saturated liquid vapor mixture, then you can use table A4 or A5. In this case you can use A5. You can determine the values F and G, and then you must know the quality as well. If the quality is known, then with the previous formulas you can get the properties. And if volume is greater than Vg, it means that you are on the right hand side of the loom. It's a superheated table, and then you can use table A6. And this is a general example. For example, in place of, if it was internal energy given or it was enthalpy given, then you would be using the same criteria. Then you will, if let's suppose if enthalpy was given, then you would find like HF and HG, and then some enthalpy would be given. Then the given enthalpy should be compared with the HF and HG values. If the given enthalpy is less than HF, compressed liquid. If it is greater than HG, superheated table A6 will be used. If it is compressed liquid, table A7 or A4 is used. And if it is in between, and then you can use A4 or A5. And if it is equal to Vf, UF, HF, then it is saturated liquid, table A4 or A5 will be used. And if it is equal to Vg, it is saturated vapor, again table A4 and A5 will be used. So in summary, table A4 and A5 will be used for saturated liquid, saturated vapor and saturated liquid vapor mixture. Table A4 and A5. For three states you will use two tables, A4 or A5. A4 when temperature is given, A5 when pressure is given. When it is compressed liquid, you will again use A7 or A4, and when it is superheated you can use A6. For water, for steam, please note that only for steam. If it is a refrigerant R134A, then there are some other tables, but the criteria will remain same. Again, same criteria you will use to find the state of the system. Again, then it's a summary of my previous slide. So this is the chart which we also learned in the last class. So let's solve this numerical. Okay, now the 3-30. The question is, complete this table for H2O. Some values are given and some values are required. So it's with some given data you have to find some question. So in row 1, temperature is unknown, pressure is given 200 kilopascal, enthalpy is unknown, quality is 0.7, and phase description is unknown. So now you have to and you also learned in the chapter 1 that you need two properties to identify the states of a simple incompressible system. So two properties are given, we can find the other properties with the help of property tables. So now it's very easy. Row 1 is very easy, and first we will find the phase. Since quality is given, which is 0.7, it is clearly stating that 0.7 means 70% is saturated vapor and 30% is saturated liquid. So it's confirmed that it's a clear statement that this phase is saturated liquid vapor mixture. So we have found one answer. We have found one answer that this state is saturated liquid vapor mixture since quality is given. Now for row 1, for temperature. Now please note that when there is a phase change process, then temperature will be T saturation at given pressure. T will be T saturation at given pressure. Since it is a saturated liquid vapor mixture, it means that phase is changing. That's T will be T saturation at P is equal to 200 kilopascal. So you go at table A5 at 200 kilopascal and you just read the T saturation, which is 120.21. So we find the second answer. I have written here page on property table is page number 774, line 22. So this is the table A5. Table A5, 774 page number, and we go here at 200 Pascal, which is given. Just read the T saturation, 120.21. This is the answer. So we found the second answer. So we found the phase, we found the temperature. Now let's find the enthalpy. And you know that we derived in the last class, when there is a mixture, we found the formula the formula will be H is equal to HF plus X HFG. This is the formula for saturated liquid vapor mixture. Again at table A5, this is a typo mistake. It should be 200 kilopascal. I will correct it in the PDF version. So at 200 kilopascal, you read the HF and Hg values. HF at 200 kilopascal 504.71 and 2706, and HFG is this. So just put the, you know, the quality 0.7 HF, and then you can find the H. So this is a very, so you have find with the given two properties, you have found the phase, you have found the enthalpy, and you have found the temperature. Okay, let's move forward. Now let's come to the raw 2. In raw 2, temperature is given and enthalpy is given. You have to find pressure, and you have to find quality, and you have to find the phase description. This is the classical example which I explained in the last slide. So temperature is given, so it means that you can use table A4, and enthalpy is given, so you can find HF and Hg to compare with the given enthalpy. So we went to the table A4. At 140 degrees Celsius, we found HF and Hg. Page number 772, line 29. So table A4 at 140 degrees Celsius, this is HF and this is Hg. So Hg is 2733.5. Now 1800 is greater than 589.16 but less than 2733.5. It means that our enthalpy is in between. Enthalpy is greater than HF but less than Hg. When this is the case, we learned that when this is the case, when given value is greater than F but less than Hg, this is given then less than saturated vapor values, then this is the saturated liquid vapor mixture. Okay, so it means that we have found that so the phase is saturated liquid vapor mixture. Let's suppose that if H was 200, then it would be like 200 is less than 589.16, then it means it would be compressed liquid. And if let's suppose it enthalpy was given 3000, then 3000 is greater than Hg, then it would be superheated. Any case can be possible, but in this case 1800 is greater than 589 but less than 2733, so it's a saturated liquid vapor mixture. Again, saturated liquid vapor mixture, it means the phase is changing. So what will be P saturation? What will be P? The pressure will be P saturation at given T. Like in the first case, temperature was T saturation at given P. Now in this case, P will be P saturation at given temperature. So at given temperature, temperature is given, so you use table A4. Go to the table A4 at 140 degrees Celsius and just read the P saturation, which is 361.53. You can see that 140, 361.53. So you have found two values. You have found the phase, you have found the phase description. Now you need the quality. How much is the vapor and how much is the liquid? So you can easily find that because H is given. So table A4 at 140 degrees Celsius, you can read HF and Hg. H is given, the formula is H is equal to HF plus X HFG. Here H is given, HF is given, HFG is known, then you can find X, and X comes out to be 0.565. So 56.5% is vapor and the rest is the liquid phase. Okay, now raw 3. Raw 3 is very easy. What is given in raw 3? Pressure is 950, Kelvin is given, and quality is 0 given. So I explained in the last class, when quality is 0, it means that there is no vapor. There is no vapor, and there is no vapor in the saturated liquid state, because saturated liquid state, it is about to vaporize. Vapors are not formed, but it is about to vaporize. So quality 0 means saturated liquid, and quality 1 means saturated vapor, in between saturated liquid vapor mixture. And quality is undefined for compressed liquid and superheated vapor. So since quality is 0, which means that no vapor is present, thus it is saturated liquid. You have found one thing. You have found the first thing in the raw 3. Now Again, phase is changing. When phase is changing, temperature will be T saturation at given P. So pressure is given, it means you will use table A5. Table A5 at 950 kilopascal, you read the T saturation. So you can go in the table A5 at 950 kilopascal, just read 177.66. This is the T saturation. So you have found the second thing. You have found the second thing in the raw 3. Now what is left? H. Enthalpy is left. Now what will be enthalpy? Since it is saturated liquid, so enthalpy will be equal to HF, because saturated liquid properties are represented by F. Saturated vapor properties are represented by G. If it is saturated, because it is saturated liquid, so you have to read the HF. Since it is saturated liquid, thus H is equal to HF at P is equal to 950 kilopascal. You just have to go in table A5 950 kilopascal and just read HF here at 950 kilopascal. Just read HF 752.74. So the answer is 752.74. So raw 3 is also done. Okay, now raw 4. Now raw 4. Now raw 4 is what is given? Temperature is given. Temperature is given, and temperature is 80 degrees Celsius and pressure is 500 kilopascal. So now you have to find enthalpy, you have to find quality, and you have to find phase description. Always find, my suggestion would be always find first the phase, because once you know the phase, you can use, you can know which property table should be used. Now you can use both criteria, because temperature and pressure are given, both are given, so you can use the pressure criteria or temperature criteria. Let's use the temperature criteria. I'm using table A5. So A5, table A5 at 500 kilopascal, find the T saturation. Find the T saturation. T saturation is 151.83, page 7774, line 32. So in table A5 at 500 kilopascal, the T saturation is 151.83. Now you have to compare the given temperature, which is 80 degrees Celsius, with T saturation. Now what is the relation? Given temperature is less than T saturation. Given temperature is 80 and it is less than T saturation, which is 151.83. It means that temperature is much below the boiling temperature, so boiling will not occur. When T is less than T saturation, it is the criteria for compressed liquid, because you are much below the boiling temperature, boiling will not take place. So if I show you the table again, you can see when temperature is less than T saturation, it is compressed liquid, and when temperature is greater than T saturation, it is superheated. Okay, so we have found that in raw 4 state is compressed liquid. You could have also used table A4, and you could have found the P saturation, and then you could have compared the given pressure with the P saturation. The result would be same. So now what would be the quality? Since it is compressed liquid, what would be the quality? Quality is undefined. Quality is undefined for compressed liquid, so there will be a dash sign here in the quality. So now we need to find H. Now in H, either we can use table A7, but table A7 starts from 15 megapascal and it is kilopascal, 500 kilopascal. 500 kilopascal means it is 0.5 megapascal. So 0.5 megapascal will not be in the table A7, so we can use the approximation. Approximation means we can use table A4. Table A4 means we can use 80 degrees Celsius, and we can go in the table A4 and 80 degrees Celsius we can find HF. So HF, page 772. So go in the 8 and 80 degrees, against 80 degrees Celsius you can find, you can read HF 335.02. This is the answer. So phase is compressed liquid, quality is undefined, and H will be 335.02. Okay, so come to the last row. Pressure is given and enthalpy is given 3400 and pressure is 800 kilopascal. So let's find the state first. So pressure is given, so you will use table A5. from table A5 against 800 kilopascal, you can read HF and HG. HF and HG, and you can compare the given enthalpy H with HF and HG. So we go in the table A5 at 800 kilopascal, we read HF is 720.87 and HG is 2768. Now the given enthalpy 3400 is greater than HG. The given enthalpy, if you think about the DOM, the given enthalpy is greater than Hg. So it is on the right hand side of the DOM. So on the right hand side of the DOM is the superheated. So the state is superheated vapor. The state is, you can see here, when enthalpy is greater than Hg, then the state is superheated vapor. So we have found the state. Now for quality, again, for superheated region there is no vapor exists, so for superheated region the quality will be again undefined. So now we have to find the temperature. So for superheated vapor you have to use table A6. So this is the table A6, and now in table A6 you have to find 800 kilopascal, and 800 kilopascal is 0.8 megapascal. So 0.8 megapascal and 3400 enthalpy, you have to find this value. So if you go in the table A6, so this is 0.6, this is 0.5, no, we need 0.5, we need 0.8. So this is the 0.8 megapascal, page 776. And and if you see, it's a very interesting thing that in 0.8 megapascal table, in the enthalpy column, there is no value of 3400. There is no value of 3400. One value is 3267.7, which is less than 3400, and the other value is 3481.3, which is greater than 340. So there is no value of 3400 in the table. One value is less than 3400 and the other value is greater than 3400. So our value is in between this thing. So 3267.7 is at temperature 400 degrees Celsius and 3481.3 is at temperature 500 degrees Celsius. So we can do linear interpolation. So we can use the linear interpolation to find the value. So we can make two column temperature 400 degrees Celsius. At 400 degrees Celsius the value is 3267.7. In between we have to find the temperature, which is unknown, but at this temperature we know the value of enthalpy, which is 3400, and the other value is 500, and 500 against 500 the value is 3481.3. So we can do we can subtract T minus 400, because if we are subtracting the second row from the first row, so we do the same thing here, T minus 400, then 3400 minus 3267.7, and on the divide, 500 minus 400, 3481.3 minus 3267.7. So with this formula you can get the temperature 461.93. So this is the linear interpolation. You have to do some practice to understand this thing. So these are the answers which I have written down. This is the summary of the solution, that some values were given and some values we have determined. So the next question is 3-26. I'm not going to solve this numerical, but I have provided some hints. With using these hints you can solve this numerical. Because of the shortage of time I cannot solve this numerical. I also recommend you, there are solved examples in the book Sangil 5th edition. I think there are 2 or 3 solved examples. Like I have explained everything, they have explained each and everything. So I must recommend you that you must go through the solved examples. They are the solved equation. Those are the solved questions, so it will be very helpful for you to understand these questions. So now let's come to the question number 3-36. The question is a 1.8 meter cube rigid tank. Rigid tank means a tank with fixed volume. Its volume will not change. Contains steam at 220 degrees Celsius. Temperature is given. 1/3 of the volume is in the liquid phase and the rest is in the vapor phase. Determine the pressure of the steam, the quality of the saturated mixture, and the density of the mixture. Now again, this question is easy in the sense, in this question the state is given. The state is given. How it is written that 1/3 of the volume is in liquid phase and the rest 2/3 is in the vapor phase. So liquid phase, vapor phase, this is the saturated liquid vapor, and volume is given, and since temperature is given, you have to use the table A4. Volume of the tank is 1.8 meter cube. Temperature of the steam is 220 degrees Celsius. Volume of the liquid phase is 1/3 of the volume of the tank. So Vf will be equal to V by 3. So 1.8 divided by 3.6, and the volume of the vapor phase is 2/3 of the volume. So 2/3 of the volume is 1.2 meter cube. Pressure, quality, and density is required. Okay, so okay, please note that when I say the volume, it's the simple volume, that is in meter cube, and if I say specific volume, then it is the volume per unit mass. Okay, so let's solve this numerical. Pressure of the system, pressure of the steam is required. Since it is a phase change process, I already told you, when it is a phase change process, then pressure will be P saturation at given temperature. Pressure will be P saturation at given temperature. So the given temperature is 220 degrees Celsius. When temperature is given, it means table A4 will be used. So table A4, you can go in the table A4 at against 220 degrees Celsius. Just read the P saturation, which is 2320. I have not attached the screenshot for this numerical. You can look it by yourself. You can just confirm this value. And for the quality, we know that quality is mass of vapor divided by total mass. Mass of vapor is mg and total mass is mt. Okay, so from table A5 at T to 220 degrees Celsius, we can find the specific volume Vf and specific volume Vg. Specific volume of the saturated liquid and specific volume of the saturated vapor. Why we are finding specific volume Vf, specific volume Vg? Because we know Vf. We know Vf and Vg, and if we know the specific volume, you in the chapter number 1 you learned that the specific volume is equal to V by M. So the mass will be equal to V upon specific volume. So Mf will be equal to Vf upon small vf, that is volume upon specific volume. Vf is 0.6 given. Vf we have found it from the table. You will find the mass of liquid. Mass mg will be equal to volume divided by specific volume. Vg is 1.2 given, and specific Vg you just read it from the table. So mg is 13.94. If you add them together, then it will be total mass. So mt is 5.8.1. So just divide the mass of vapor with the total mass, you will get the quality. Because the quality is 0.0269. 2.69% is vapor, and the rest is in the liquid phase. So now for density is reciprocal of specific volume. This thing you learned in the chapter number 1. And specific volume, because since it is saturated liquid vapor mixture, the specific volume can be found with this relation Vf plus x Vfg. X you have already found. Vf and Vfg you can read it. You can read it from the table, and the temperature is 220 degrees Celsius. So you can go in the, we just read it before for quality. So just put the values, we get the specific volume, and 1 upon specific volume is density. You could have also found the density with this formula. Density is equal to total mass divided by total volume. Total mass is 518.1 and total volume is 1.8. The answer would be same. So it's a simple numerical. Okay, now we solve this numerical 3-59. A piston cylinder device initially contains 50 liter of liquid water, 50 liter of liquid water at 40 degrees Celsius and 200 kilopascal. Heat is transferred to the water at constant pressure until the entire liquid is vaporized. I think this is the numerical problem of the example which we learned in the theoretical lecture, like we studied the case of phase change process from compressed liquid to superheated vapor. So this is the classical example of that thing which we learned in the class. Okay, the mass is required, final temperature is required, total enthalpy change is required, and show the process on the TB diagram with respect to saturation lines. Now in this question you need to find the initial state and the final state. If you know the initial state and the final state, you can use the property tables accordingly. So initially, let's just make the data. Water boils. Okay, no, we can we can guess that the initial state will be compressed liquid, because at 40 degrees Celsius and 200 kilopascal it will be in the liquid form, because at water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at 100 kilopascal. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at 100 kilopascal. Now the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and 200 kilopascal. So pressure is greater than 100 kilopascal. So its boiling point would have been increased. So it must be in the compressed liquid. You can also use the criteria which we use in the earlier numericals. The final state is given. That is saturated vapor. It is written that heat is transferred to the water at constant pressure until the entire liquid is vaporized. So it means that the final state is saturated vapor, initial state is compressed liquid. Now we can use the tables. V1 initial volume is 50 liter. 50 liter is dm cube, and you can convert the dm cube into meter cube. It will become you have to divide by 1000, 0.05. Initial temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Because it's a constant pressure process, so P initial pressure and final pressure will be same. For mass of water can be found with this formula, that mass is equal to volume divided by specific volume at initial state. Because at initial state volume is given, this is 0.05 meter cube, and if we know the specific volume at initial state, we can get the mass. And initial volume can be found from the table. Since it is the compressed liquid, we can use the approximation that compressed liquid can be approximated as saturated liquid, and we can use at 40 degrees Celsius, table A4, against 40 degrees Celsius we can find Vf. So Vf will be initial specific volume. So now when we know the initial specific volume, so 0.05 meter cube divided by 0.001008. So in this way we got the mass. Okay, I think it's clear. Okay, for T2, for final temperature, what is the final temperature? And it is given in the question that the entire liquid is vaporized. It means that phase is changing, and when the phase change is happening, then it means that temperature will be T saturation at given pressure. And what is the final pressure? The final pressure is 200 kilopascal. So you can go in table A5 against 200 kilopascal, just read T saturation at the 200 kilopascal, which is 121.21. So we found the temperature as well. Determine the total enthalpy change. Total enthalpy change will be equal to mass into specific enthalpy at final state minus specific enthalpy at initial state. So you need H1 and H2, initial enthalpy and final enthalpy. Initial enthalpy, because initially it is compressed liquid which can be approximated as saturated liquid. It means you will use the table A4 at 40 degrees Celsius. So you go in table A4 against 40 degrees Celsius, just read HF, which is H1. Final state is saturated vapor. Saturated vapor means you will read the properties of G. So you go in table A5, because at the final state only pressure is given. So 200 kilopascal, at 200 kilopascal in table A5, just read the Hg. H2 will be is equal to Hg 2706. Just put the formula, just put the values in the formula, you will get the answer. And the last part is show the process on the TV diagram. You can just draw the random TV plot. This is the TV plot. Just draw the TV plot. Just draw the dome, and initial state will be on the left hand side of the dome, because on the left hand side of the dome is the compressed liquid, and the final state will be on this line. This you can draw here. So just join these points. This and this. Again temperature will become constant because the phase change is happening. So 1 to 2, this is the TV plot. Okay, so we come to the last numerical of today's lecture. 364. A piston cylinder device contains 0.8 kilogram of steam at 300 degrees Celsius and 1 megapascal. Now steam is cooled at constant pressure until one half of the mass condenses. Initially we have steam, you are cooling it, so the steam will cool down, steam will condense. Show the process on the TV diagram, find the final temperature, determine the volume change. So you have to again you have to find what is the initial state and what is the final state. It is given that initially the temperature is 300 degrees Celsius and 1 megapascal. Now we can say that at, because the temperature is very high and the pressure is also very high, so at this state it must be in the superheated state. It must be in the superheated state. We can make a guess on the basis of given data, but you can also use the criteria which we learned in the start of the lecture. You can, for example, you can go in the table A5 and against 1 megapascal, which will be 100 kilopascal, you can just read the T saturation and then you can compare the given temperature, which is 300 degrees Celsius, with the T saturation, and this 300 degrees Celsius will come out to be greater than the T saturation, which confirms that the state is T saturation. So piston cylinder device is given, mass is 0.8 kilogram given, initial temperature is given, initial and final pressure are given. At T1 300 degrees Celsius 1 megapascal, it must be superheated vapor. It can also be checked like we did in the 330 numerical number 330. And final state, what is the final state? Final state is until one half of the mass condenses. So half mass will condense, so half will be vapor, half will be liquid. It is clearly written that it is clearly given that the final state is saturated liquid vapor mixture with quality X2.5. Okay, show the process on the TV diagram. So we can just draw a random TV, just draw the TV diagram, draw the dome, and initial state, the state 1 will be on the right hand side of the dome, because on the right hand side of the dome is the superheated vapor region. So you can draw the constant pressure line. It will like move like this, and then it will temperature will line will become horizontal, because when the phase change starts, the temperature will become constant, and you have to stop at the middle, because at the final state half of the mass condenses. So this is the TV diagram. Now we need the find the final temperature. So final temperature, and again at the final state, the phase is changing, so the final temperature will be T saturation at given pressure. And what is the pressure given? Pressure is given 1 megapascal, which is 100 kilopascal. So you can use table A5 at 100 kilopascal, and you can read the T saturation, which is 179.88. Determine the volume change. Volume change will be mass times specific volume at final state minus specific volume at initial state. So V1, initially it is superheated state. For superheated state we use table A6. So table A6 at 300 degrees Celsius and 1 megapascal, you can read V1 will be 0.25799, and final state is saturated liquid vapor mixture. So V2 will be equal to Vf plus X Vfg. Vf and Vfg can be found because final pressure is given, so table A5 can be used. So table A5 you can use Vf and Vg, and you can find the V2. Once V2 and V1 is known, you can just put it in equation number 2, and you will find the change of volume. Okay, so this is the this is the end of these numericals. I hope you have learned the basic technique. So I must recommend you, I advise you that in book Sengel, in chapter number 3, you will find several solved examples. So I recommend you to go through all these solved numericals and the few numericals which I have solved in this lecture, you have to go through all these numerical, and you have to go through the solved examples of the books angel. So then you can you can learn the technique. Then we will, at the end of this chapter, I will give you some suggested numericals, some assignment numericals, so you have to do it by yourself. So you have to attempt those numericals, but first you have to do the lecture numerical. Secondly, you have to do the solved examples of the book, and then you have to attempt the numericals of the assignment. So with this, I end my lecture, and see you in the upcoming lecture. So Allah Hafiz.